In my neighborhood, we love to celebrate the folks that do wonderful things here in the city. And one of those folks, Dave Caudill, artist and sculptor, has a new installation in Yew Dell, beautiful botanical gardens. And I asked you, where is your new piece? And you said you have pieces all over Yew Dell.
I do. There's a big one right at the entrance when you first drive up, but then the other pieces are sprinkled all over the place because there are so many nooks and spots where sculpture just fits in so nicely.
Now you have a new piece though. Your newest piece? Do you have a new installation?
Well, I've got 3 or 4 new ones that were just built in the last 6 months or so.
Okay, in the last 6 months. Most recently, you created a large sculpture for the Lexington Detention Center.
Right.
The Birth of Hope.
Yes.
Do the ones in the detention center know the name? Do they know it's called the Birth of Hope?
I think so. When we were installing it, the head of the facility came out and spent some time with me and told him how much he appreciated the piece being there and how significant the theme was to the whole community there. And that was the intent, to create something that led folks to consider the idea of hope for a better day.
Yeah, I wondered if they knew, because maybe, you know, as they looked out, maybe they could reflect and think about what they would do maybe when they got out and had a chance to do something better.
Exactly, yeah, or even the next day.
Or even the next day, you're right, to get up and even the next day. So you've got 18 pieces, stainless steel. Why stainless steel?
Well, it's because I'm lazy.
No, not true.
You don't have to maintain stainless steel very often, you know. It doesn't rust when you get the right kind in the right place. So typically, a lot of folks like to see that work reflecting all the colors of their garden and the sky and in the place. So it is much more than just being lazy, but I am lazy.
Well, I don't believe that. These are some of the pieces. So if you walk around Yew Dell, anybody that has not been to Yew Dell, you'll see these pieces that are sprayed all around the beautiful, beautiful botanical garden, and it's just spectacular. Do you name each one?
I do. The name usually comes after the piece is done. I don't create a piece with an idea of a name at the very beginning when I'm starting to think about it. I like to work in an improvisational way, like jazz, where you take the pieces and put together in a way that just feels right to you.
So how do you, I mean, like that piece there, what's it called?
Toward a Better Tomorrow. And that piece right there is called, I forgot.
I was going to say, these are your children now. They'll get upset at you if you don't remember the names. When you look at it, though, how does it give you the name? Like, what makes that name come to you?
I think it's going to be different for everybody, but for me, most of the time, it's really some subconscious thing. I can't say that I could put my finger on it.
Right. A
lot of the designs that I do they're the same way. It's just a matter of your intuition and feeling. You know, a lot of folks create artwork that has a real intellectual bent, and it's meant to convey a certain message. And my work is not like that. It's about just the way that you feel in the presence of beauty.
Yeah, so you're talking to a person that has not one artistic bone in their body. So
I'm sure you do.
No, sir. No, sir. You're getting international attention for the Bolivian Odyssey.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Sure. It's a meditation labyrinth. It's about half the size of a football field.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
And there are 3 ways that you can walk into this labyrinth and get to the center, but it's not like a maze where you can get lost.
They're supposed to bring calming to you, right?
Exactly, exactly. To just walk along and take a deep breath, basically. But it was designed and inspired by a fingerprint in order to be a metaphor of our individual journeys through life.
It's beautiful when
Thanks.
you look at that. You did an undersea sculpture.
Right.
So you must be a diver.
I was.
Okay, you were a diver. How long did that take? How hard is that to look through the medium of water? Because looking through water is not like looking through air.
Right.
How long did it take, and how hard was that?
It was probably about a year in the works before I could actually get it in the Bahamas undersea. And it was really the first piece that convinced me that I wanted to spend the rest of my life making art.
Really, that
Yes.
was? Did you have any trouble under there? Did the fish or anything, anybody give you any trouble? No?
No, it was just great fun to see it. It's placed right next to a small coral patch reef that's full of fish, and coral's already started growing on it. So
And that's nice because we need more coral reefs.
Absolutely.
They're dying.
yeah. It's called the Angel of Harmony. I wanted to create a symbol of humanity in harmony with the rest of nature. It seems like all too often we are in opposition to it instead of in harmony with it.
Yeah. Where else can we find you?
U of L School of Music probably has the biggest piece around here that's easily accessed. It's a piece on the facade. There, a piece on the facade of the building, right above the entrance. It's 500 stainless steel notes. It's called Effervescence to try to convey a quality of feeling about the music itself. And the lighting that you see was installed by a fellow from Bloomington, Indiana, who's internationally regarded. And it's an interesting lighting plan where it changes over time. Sometimes it's frenetic, sometimes it's very calming and soothing.
We have a lot of artists that are young. What would you say to them?
Get going. I'm an advocate for a lot of public art because different types of artwork reaches different people. And it's as simple as that, really. And I have a feeling about it, since I've been doing it so long, that artwork enhances creativity in the viewer as well as the maker, because it invites people to think differently and to discover something. And for me, curiosity and discovery is the fuel of life.
I think it speaks to us, too, each differently for the person that looks at it.
Yeah.
And art won't hurt you. My daughter has a shirt that says that. DaveCaudillArt.com. Check him out. Some beautiful pieces. Thank you for visiting us.
Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate it.
Very much.